But the car situation? The ice and the water situation? What? Y'all trying to get too creative. Y'all doing too much. Keep it simple. Today we're going to be checking out Sam and Nella, the tale of Michael and Slangs. A lesson in history with Sam and Nella. Sam O'Nella.
Hey kids, time for another riveting tale from the annals of history.
The annals? Oh. Annuals? Oh. And... Okay.
Our story begins in New York in 1932 with a man named Michael Malloy. Not much was known about Malloy except for the following. He was around 60 years old, homeless, an alcoholic, Irish, and a former firefighter. So one day, a few guys were hanging out in the local speakeasy, including Tony Marino, the owner of the joint, and a couple of regulars by the names of Francis Pasqua and Daniel Kreisberg. And who else stumbles in but old Dusty McGee looking to get his morning fix? Marino's like, you know, I've had it up to here with that Michael Malloy character. He never pays his tabs, smells like the crevice behind an unwashed ear, harasses my clientele. Do you know the Hindenburg disaster didn't actually happen? Yeah, it was an inside job by the government to make Big Zeppelin look bad. Personally, I'm glad. One less industry controlled by the fucking Krauts.
The Hindenburg disaster doesn't happen for another 5 years, dumbass.
Ah, bite me. And every day, he ends up like that.
Oh, pissed drunk.
So Pasqua's like, yikes, seems like quite the dilemma on your hands. Lucky for you, I've come up with the perfect solution. Let me hear it. I say we deploy a ploy to destroy that unemployed Malloy. Shut up. Anyway, go on. I'll take out a life insurance policy on him. Then we let him drink as much as he wants. Obviously he's gonna kick it. I mean, look at him. No self-control. See that? He just drew from the stockpile while there's still moves to be made on the tableau. Oh, I like that joke.
Oh, that one hits hard. You know, that one hits. Oh, Lord. Stop it, Grandma.
Oh, I like that joke.
Then, once he's dead, we get all the money for ourselves. Win-win. The first part of the plan went through without a hitch. Pasqua took out not one, but 3 policies on Malloy's life, with Joseph Murphy, a bartender at Marino's, posing as Malloy's brother and being named as the sole beneficiary.
Just like that, huh?
The group stood to gain $3,576, which is like 66 grand in today's money. Wow. With all that in place, they begin the second part of the plan. Hey, Malloy. Good to see you, man. Say, what happened to your arm? Yeah, the other day I got in a fight with a goose. Got bit pretty bad. Been leaking pus for about a week now. But hey, I got the breadcrumbs.
Hey.
Okay, well anyway, guess what? Your tab now has unlimited credit. Oh, cool. Well, what's that mean? It means you can drink as much as you want and we can't stop you. Bet. Naturally, he orders shot after shot and the gang happily complies. It gets to the point where Malloy's drinking way more than should be humanly possible. But instead of dropping dead or passing out, after a while he's just like, hi, see ya. Within 24 hours, he's back at it, giving his liver the equivalent of a Tyson uppercut and being no worse for wear. This went on for a few days before the boys were like, alright, we need to up the ante here, and decided to replace Malloy's typical shots with wood alcohol, otherwise known as methanol. Keep in mind, as little as 4% methanol by volume is enough to make a moonshiner go blind, and just 2 shots of the pure stuff should be able to kill a man. But Malloy slammed back just as much as he normally would, totally none the wiser, and was like, still see ya. Anyway, see ya. They tried again for a few more nights, he was fine. Soaked some expired oysters in wood alcohol and fed them to him, he was fine. They gave him a sandwich made from rotten sardines and carpet tacks. Motherfucker asks for another. They were like, alright, this man's got a lead belly, there's gotta be something else we can do. So one day after he passed out, they drove him half a mile to the park, tossed him out into the snow, took off his shirt, and soaked his head and chest in water. They drive away thinking they've finally done it, but when Marino clocked in at the speakeasy the next day, Malloy's already there, just hanging out, barely even sniffling. Finally they just said fuck it, ran the guy down with their buddy's cab, and backed over him again for good measure. For once, Malloy didn't show up the next day. But the gang was cautiously optimistic. After all, there are 60-year-olds who bite the dust just from one wrong step in the shower, let alone the force of a half-ton of steel going 50 miles an hour. They called all the local hospitals and morgues in an attempt to find where he ended up, but they couldn't get any useful information from anyone. Lo and behold, 5 days later, the guy limps his way on in once again, with a mighty thirst and little memory of the incident. The gang debated just icing some other random drunkard, cause this one's the fucking juggernaut apparently. apparently,
What
but
the-
they decided to try one more thing before calling it quits. After Malloy went through his usual blackout routine, they took him up to Murphy's room, stuck a gas line in his mouth.
Why didn't they just put a pillow over his face? He stops breathing. But the car situation, the ice and the water situation, what? Just y'all trying to get too creative. Y'all doing too much. Keep it simple.
Blackout routine. They took him up to Murphy's room, stuck a gas line in his mouth, wrapped a towel around his face, and turned it on. Within an hour, Malloy finally stopped breathing. After countless attempts on his life, at long last, they were successful.
But-
However, as you might have realized, the final method of murder was a far cry from the simple elegance of the original plan, which
Yeah.
is something they never really thought about until it was too late. Hey guys, what's poppin'?
What's
My brother, Michael Malloy, is dead. Can I have money now? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. What happened?
Murder?
What? Why did the man die? Pneumonia? I see. And when can we see the body exactly? So, after a quick medical examination, the men were convicted of first-degree murder and attempted fraud, and subsequently sentenced to death by electric chair. And while the executioner flipped the switch, Malloy's ghost sat in the corner, chowing down on some antifreeze and sardine soles, just laughing his ass off. Moral of the story, life is unpredictable. That's why we have insurance for it in the first place. If you ever commit fraud against life, just know that life's gonna commit a little fraud back. Till next time, I'm Sam and Nella,
Facts.
and thank you for watching.
It's called karma. Some people don't believe in it, but I do. What goes around comes around, that kind of thing. Sometimes some people don't get their karma, but sometimes some people get their karma in that region there, and they gotta live with themselves. Now, slang words I don't understand.
Hey kids,
Hey.
today I'm going to talk about a few slang words that I never understood. First is chicken legs. Now if you know me, you know that I'm leaner than lean, so I've received this insult a couple times, hey, chicken legs. But
Skinny legs,
chicken
right?
legs really aren't that skinny. Here's a diagram of my leg, right? And here's the average chicken leg. Look at that. I wish I had that kind of calf definition. That's sexy as fuck. There are bodybuilders with less meat on their bones than that, and considering the fact that most people have interacted with the drumstick at some point in their lives, I'm frankly dumbfounded that anyone ever thought to use this to refer to skinny people. Then there's socking someone. Hey man, I'm trying to think of a new slang word for punching someone in the face really hard. Like just
Never used that
destroying
one.
someone with your fists. Got any ideas? How about one of the softest, gentlest, and most unassuming objects found in one's entire house? That's like kicking someone in the dick and being like, whoa bro, you just got feathered. Fuck you, don't try to downplay my suffering. If anything, I got shin bashed in the dick bag. That's the proper level of
Shin bag.
vulgarity relative to the situation. Anyway, it would make a little more sense if you said gloved, because at least those are socks for your hands. But no, it's nonsense.
You just
Next
got
is
socks.
blow, in reference to cocaine.
Blow your nose, but you blow. I don't know. I don't know that one.
So I guess this one is like half correct, but it could still lead to a lot of confusion. It was voila, okie dokie.
Does it make your nose runny?
Oh, I'm feeling it. It's kicking in. Oh, doggy. That's some nifty blow you got there, eh? Get out of my house. Next is nuts. When somebody is nuts, it means they're wild, they're crazy, they live life on the edge, right?
Mhm. Or, oh,
What the fuck is so exciting about this? Finally, box. So box is a common slang word for one's lady bits, right? Now I've only been around 2 vaginas in my life. I came out of one of them when I was born, and I spent most of my time around the other one with my eyes closed, so my knowledge on that subject might be a little shaky. However, I have been around hundreds of thousands of boxes in my life. I know those inside and out, so that should make up for it. And let me tell you, these two things could not be less similar in shape. You see, boxes have corners. If your pussy has corners, you should probably start taking the tampons out of the container before you put them in. Likewise, if you compare the properties of either object,
I don't even want to read that out loud. Y'all guys can see that. Oh, only smells like fish if you put a fish in it. If you smell like fish.
opposites in every way, so as a slang word, it's totally unfitting. Anyway, that's all for today. Till next time, I'm Sam and Nella, and thank you for watching.
Slang words. Okay. Box, I don't understand that, no. But he actually used the slang for it. He used the kitty. And sometimes that's what it's called, but they also call it the other thing. Anyway, moving on from that. But nuts, cuckoo, crazy. But there's also nuts for dudes. So that's a little different too. The word blow, it can be other things too. So it's everybody uses it for their own purposes, I guess, in a way. I use churn. Instead of saying children, I say churn. This is a country thing, I guess. Like, you churn, get out the road. I try my best to speak proper as much as I can because I can speak proper. I can speak without cursing. I can do that. But here's the thing. I just feel like I just like the words that I use because it just makes me feel more animated. And I love that. And that's why I use the words that I use. I could sit here and have to announce something without saying one curse word because I have. And I'm doing it right now. I have yet to utter one curse word. It's not as fun. I was banned from cursing and I was never allowed to curse. And when I got the opportunity to curse, you can't stop me now. So it is possible not to use slang and to use the correct terms for things. It is possible. Do I want to do it? No. Am I going to do it? Only if I have to. But there we go, Blaze Squad. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you blaze up the like button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and comment churn. CHURN. And I will see you guys in the next video.